What did Punxsutawney Phil say this week? I didn't even look.
6 more weeks of winter.
All right.
Yeah. Yep.
Take it away, Colleen.
I know. Satellite radar. Well, finally, we're starting to feel a little bit more Florida-like. Yes, this morning was cold, and tomorrow morning will be on the chilly side as well, but the afternoons are just fantastic. Let's check out satellite radar. High pressure in control. That will keep us dry over the next several days. Winds are lighter than what they were for our day. We did have a gust earlier today, around 20 miles per hour, but that was just around Tampa. Overall, our winds are calmer, but that will lead to a little bit of frost in the overnight hours, especially for our coldest locations. The temperatures that are closer to freezing with the calm wind and the clear skies, that could allow some frost to develop across those interior, colder locations. The humidity trend is nice and low. And there's a plus and minus to this. So it feels great to us outside. It's a nice, comfortable, cool breeze. We don't really have any humidity to bother us, but that's not good for fire danger. We are so dry. We really could use the rain. And whenever we have lower humidity, and if it was a breezier day, that's when our risk of wildfires starting and spreading starts to increase. So we really could use some rain, and the lower humidity is nice, but it's not helping any situation with some drought. All right, so for tonight, 48. Again, we may see some patchy frost, especially across the northernmost locations. It will be a clear night overall. 72 for tomorrow's daytime high. Really going to be a fantastic afternoon. That's after another cool morning. We have winds that start off in the northeast in the morning and shift to the northwest, so that will help warm us up too. Looking at Futurecast, we see a couple clouds that will dance across your screen here, mainly across areas north of I-4. That's really all we're starting our day off with. As we move into the afternoon, some of those clouds will try to pass by. This is lunchtime tomorrow. Notice temperatures around lunchtime on the corner of your screen there in the upper 60s for Tampa, and moving into the nighttime hours, we finish off the evening again pretty bone dry. Now, that's not helping these drought conditions. Again, you're going to hear us talk about drought a lot because in the most recent update, we had this area highlighted in the red. That's an extreme level of drought, something we definitely do not want to see. Drought conditions are worsening, and the cutoff is every Tuesday. So we really haven't had a ton of rain this week to really push us. We'll see what the drought monitor does. It's either not going to be a big update at all, or it's just going to get worse. We're going to see worse conditions reflected in the newest drought monitor. We'll get that on Thursday. All right, so forecast high temperatures. Look at this. We have a nice little ridge of warmer air that's working across the middle half of the United States right now. As we move into Tuesday afternoon, some of that warmer air starts to make a visit to us. And finally, our temperatures get closer to normal. What's normal? At the bottom of your screen there, the daytime high is usually around 73. The morning temperatures for Tampa, usually in the mid-50s for this time of the year. So you can see as we move into this week, couple chilly mornings on the way, tomorrow being one of them. Tuesday, we're in the lower 50s, and then the improvements go on from there. In fact, as we enter into Valentine's weekend, we finally do see a chance of rain. If not that, tons of clouds out there. But it's overall not a bad Valentine's Day. 76 for that daytime high.